confirm a lot of that stuff until they can more clearly nail this down. You know, we've heard about how this may have been timed to try and inflict mass casualties or the most amount of casualties. Remember this, Greta, these explosions took place 2 hours after the lead runners crossed the finish line. So in fact, had it gone off 2 hours earlier, there would have been far more people, and there were far more people packed in along that finish line. Because it went off several hours after the race began, there were, fortunately, fewer people standing there. But as we've noted, the way these blasts went off, the people who were closest to it suffered horrific injuries, and we heard the trauma surgeon talk about how complex they were and how difficult it was for the hospitals to deal with these injuries. The youngest, apparently as young as 2 years old, and more than 100 being treated in the hospitals tonight.
Thank you. And as we go back to the day 3 dead, over 100.
See how it's happening now? Idiots out there not seeing how it's happening. God, it's so bright. You don't see what's going on, do you? Damn recorder went back to that. Let's go back to Fox News. They're running in the background.
We've just gotten word of not one but 2 explosions.
Oh my God, there was 2 explosions. Do you understand what they're doing? They're fear factoring. We're living under a fear factor, and you're too stupid to understand that these people are fear factoring this all.
Determined that there has been a 3rd incident that has occurred.
Oh my God. Let's all fear. Let's all run into the corner and hide. Let's curl up in a little ball and go, government will save me. Government will save me. Oh God. No, let's stand up and be a man and a woman. Let's stand up and say no more to this crazy, and the White House is going to save us. There it is. Oh my God. You're hearing it in the background.
Those numbers are rising now.
Oh my God, the numbers are rising now. Oh my God, I got caught up in a little ball and hide. Oh my God, terrorists are everywhere. They're in my closet. God damn it, they're behind me. Oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell is happening? They're gonna kill me. You really believe this? Do you really believe that this fear factor is going to affect you? My God, Sci-Fi has it on the market. It's called Fear Factor. We're witnessing a new fear factor with real results. Come on. Oh my God, look at that. The people are injured. What, 150 people? Over 370 million people? Sandy Hood? I'm sorry about the children there. Was, what, 9 or 10? Some madman put in by the government? Look, that's right, Mr. Abomination.
We will get to the bottom of this, and we will find out who did this. We'll find out why they did this. Any responsible individuals.
Do you not see what's going on?
So whoever did this, for whatever reason,
I'm going to take you away with this. This fear factor on Fox is continuing constantly. Constant fear, fear, fear. Terrorists everywhere. They're in your bedroom. They're in your bed. They're going to kill you.
Well, I don't even want to talk to or show the injuries because
I
don't
cannot
want to
express this
or
more.
had any impact
Do
on
not
anybody.
fear
I know, I just
the
want to
Archons.
and I know that you've been working on this investigation.
Hell,
Where are they on
fight
this?
them.
Well,
Anger.
Greta, good evening. The latest information I have
Anger
from
is
Los
opposite of the
Angeles
Archons.
that they are investigating Saudi National.
Fears
This
or
individual is not
food.
being described as a suspect at this time. The individual is between the age of
20-year-old Saudi national man who happened to stand by the garbage can that went boom. Yeah, right. He would stand there and wait for it to happen. Sure.
Leaders are trying to confirm whether this individual was at school, was enrolled, and was taking classes, or there was any other derogatory information associated with this individual. For example, if they've had any contact with law enforcement. This is just one of multiple leads
This is madness.
being run down at
This
this
is
hour.
fear
They
factoring.
are looking into a Saudi national.
This is real fear
21
factoring.
years old who is here on a student visa. I think another key development is that there is going to be...
Oh, he was on a visa. Oh, he was just happened to stand by the garbage can and got blown up with everyone.
That is a center that was set up after 9/11 to
Don't believe this fear factoring. Please.
We anticipate that will happen
Please.
tomorrow morning.
I could do better
in
fear
After
factoring.
that, the Senate Intelligence Committee, as you know, late today, the chairman of that committee, Democrat Dianne Feinstein, said publicly that she believed Boston was an act of terrorism. I think the third
Oh, Feinstein says terrorism.
Homeland Security Committee, Republican Congressman Mike McCarthy also briefed on the investigation, and he told Fox earlier today that he did have initial reporting that there was shrapnel, in this case ball bearings, that were...
Oh, ball bearings! The doctor on NBC said there wasn't no ball bearings! It's a joke! He said the 19 people he brought into his hospital were not affected by it. He said it was blown up from the fucking explosion. Whatever hit these people were blown up in the explosion.
And someone who they were trying to run down the details of their student visa, which did appear to be...
Oh my God.
All right,
Fear factors. Osama's in your closet. You better go look. He may be there. Oh, better. You better go hide in your closet.
This is not someone who they've launched a manhunt.
This is
one of multiple leads that's being
you don't realize what's happening now? Oh my golly, dear Miss Molly.
And the very sophisticated part where they are taking every little item of evidence from within the perimeter of the crime scene, trying to see if there's anything that identifies the bomb and how that was put together.
Welcome to martial law.
I take it that's
we're in it now.
What we were told earlier today is that, well, first of all, the FBI
this is unreal.
This investigation through what's called the JGTF, which is the Joint
The
Intelligence Task Force.
JGTF.
And what we were told is that they have FBI assets on the ground, and that route of the Boston Marathon has now been turned into a crime scene. What they're doing is they're trying to gather evidence, residue from the explosive, to identify the explosive. The material they find, they can compare it to some of the video, because understanding the type of explosive,
do you hear that in the background?
During detonation, that will be clear in the videos as well. Once you know the type
They're
of explosive,
making this
you can typically trace it back
the mainstream liars, propagandists are going to take away everything you ever owned and ever wanted.
Just simply has their own style at putting
and
components
this
together.
is it. Saudis are involved. I can't believe they're going on the Saudis.
Detonator did they use? For example, a cell phone
I thought
detonator?
for sure they were going to use white supremacist militia. Christians are doing all this.
Ball bearings.
No.
These are designed to cause a maximum flesh injuries.
They're still saying it was a ball bearing accident. Even though, like I said, on NBC,
overseas, but again,
they said
determination
the
of whether
doctor,
this is domestic,
who was in his
or
nice
whether
suit,
has some kind of
looked like
international
white
connection.
suit
A
and
final point, if
got
I can,
stethoscope around
and
his
maybe
neck,
just
said,
more fully
none of
explain
these
to your
appear to be
viewers
from
this
anything
idea
like
of a
that.
simultaneous attack,
He
not
actually
with a
came out and
slight
said,
delay
none of this
independent
is like that.
The reporting we
It's
have
just
is that
shrapnel
there was an initial
picked up from the
explosion,
ground from the
and then 15, 20
explosion.
seconds later, there was a second device.
And now they're claiming it's barbarians. Yes, it is changing. The story is changing to fit the story they want you to think. Archons are alive and well on planet
with the
Earth.
idea that that can inflict the maximum casualties.
Oh my God, I can't believe this. I actually can't believe this. I mean, a doctor comes up and says, no, none of these people were hit by barbarians. We haven't found anything like that. There was nothing that seemed to hit them like that. It was all, looks like shrapnel off the ground or anything around them that hit them from the explosion. We are being hoodwinked. Don't you know yet? Can you not see? This is on Fox News. I'm actually following Fox News on this, and they're saying, oh my God, with barbarians blown up. It's not true. Believe me, this is an inside job. It's not. It's a false flag. And we're being lied to by the mainstream media because they're paid to lie to us like that. I showed you the screen. It didn't focus in and darken down like it should have.
We all get to know each other over a period of time.
My God.
We do know some folks who were hurt, and
we are in trouble. We're in big trouble, don't you know?
I was finishing the race.
Until next time, this is Spellbinder at 2:46 in the morning. They finally clarified their story to say, oh, it was a terrorist. We still don't know who this terrorist is. It was Al-Qaeda under your table, I guess. Don't go under your table. Believe me. Okay, I'm going to post this. And y'all be good. Or just be good at it. And be as good as they are as lying on the screen. Oh, God. I don't believe a word of what I'm hearing from the MSM. The mainstream media is lying. I have alternative sources saying this was an inside job like 9/11, like 7/7. They had dogs out there sniffing around for the bomb, and they didn't find it. The 3 bombs out there. These dogs' noses know. I mean, give me a break. They can sniff out anything.
But then again,
oh,
after just finishing
man.
26.2 miles, I didn't really feel a whole lot in my feet anyway at that point. But I would say
I really can't go on with this any longer with this charade. What it is, a charade.
It was something of more significant nature.
Oh my God, it was more significant news. Governments like to do this when they want to become dictatorships. Hitler did this type of stuff with Poland, don't you know? This type of stuff is going to be used to create World War III for the banksters who are actually creating all this. They're being caught with their pants down, destroying all the world's riches. And now they're going to just go out and confiscate it. Oh, well, we have several $1 trillion that doesn't exist, but we're going to take all your riches and money away. I mean, I'm sitting here watching this live right now, breaking news. At least 3 dead, and one of the people in the hospital died, and 130 plus injured in Boston Marathon bombing attack. I mean, I'm watching it right now, live, at 2:49 a.m.
Well, you should see the area.
I'm still up watching this stuff. It's like watching a movie or something. It really is. Sorry about the people that got hurt, but this was done intentionally.
So they just have they've just cordoned them off in a particular area.
It was done intentionally,
and
that's what makes me mad.
They're all over.
Well, now they're showing body bags. What the hell are all these body bags? Only 3 died, 103 injured, but look, there's some lady banging down the going, oh, icons, why did you do this to us? Believe me, this is awesomely sucks, and it will lead to your rights and life being taken away soon now. At the end of this month, we're supposed to collapse financially. This will boost it, and the banksters will go on with their scams. Like I don't just burst into another level of I feel like Goku, ready to burst in my next level, going, this is wrong. The dust cough like, I mean, I really feel like that. I feel like I'm not ready to burst into the next level and become Super Saiyan 2. I mean, and I want to go there and just crush the heads of these fucking evil ones.
Family sacrifices, health, everything. So,
kind of cool down.
Have anything occur around a sporting event is tragic. To have anything like this happen in our country just reminds us of how fragile it
Remember,
is.
it's
And
just wrong what's happening.
Everything else we've gone through as a
It's
nation.
just wrong.
Just
Prepare. Be ready. Be prepared for the fall of America. It's coming now. This is 9/11 too, and I'm getting there. If I suddenly burst into a fucking energy and shooting around forces, of course I'm mad. And want revenge for these poor people that died for nothing except their fucking what they want. I feel like I'm ready to go to the next level and just suddenly become Goku in his next form of the Super Saiyan. That's where we should all be. We should all be at that level, ready to go to the next level and just go, let's go get them.
It's stunning, that this,
mothers. And the news is compliant with it. Oh, these poor people. Oh, and they're just doing this. You really don't understand what's going on, do you? We all should become the next level and become Super Saiyans and go out there and get these creatures and rip their heads off. They're all evils. The banksters, the mafias of this government that we're under. They killed 130 people have been wounded. 3 have died. There was 2 instantly. A 3rd one died in the hospital now. That's what we're hearing on Fox News. Or Fox News. Let's just say Nazi Germany news. I'm listening to
There'll be a lot of evidence gathered by the surgeons, not only at autopsy, of shrapnel parts that would have come from, some of them coming from the bomb device.
Oh, some of them coming from the bomb device. There were doctor, like I said earlier, on NBC, they had a doctor that came on there beforehand. He was in looked like a suit, a white with a tie and stethoscope. And he said, none of these people were hurt by shrapnel from a bomb. It was all stuff picked up off the ground when it exploded. And now they're claiming, oh, it was a bomb like a bomb in Afghanistan.
So it's the police job to tell them.
Come on.
To save it and not just
wake up, people. Be smarter than the fucking tube on the TV.
And then the police will bring it to the crime lab. And the crime lab will figure out what kind of material it is, what kind of metal. Did it come from a bomb device? Did it come from a wire?
It was in a garbage can. If it was a tin can, that was a shrapnel.
Who did it? There's as you said, a treasure trove of information that's going to come, unfortunately, from the living as well as from the autopsy tomorrow.
Hear that in the background.
Wasn't it? I mean, when you look at all the damage it did and how big it was.
Oh my God, the damage it did. It was a big boom and went up in the air, and there was a backpack. The other one was the same thing. Boom! It went up in a backpack. 7-7 was a backpack too. I just wonder who was involved in the government on this.
The police probably have already identified where the two bombs were placed, where they went off. They've gotten all kinds of the security videos from the area to see who entered and left, people who might have seen somebody coming in, whether they needed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Somebody in military boots and stuff. They do that all the time when they do these exercises. It was an exercise that went live. I'm telling you now, it was an exercise that went live. Just like 7/7, 9/11 were all exercises, and they went live. All of a sudden, poof, they're live. I can't. That's it. I'm going to post this and let you decide. Till next time, I am Spellbinder reporting on this incident of false flags.